Next question.
I want to tell you, Brother Armah, in all due respect, I'm very humble. My name is Lorraine Hodge, and I, along with some other teachers that are here, I'm a teacher at Andre-Amani Day School, which is a school in Wilson Community Church. We happen to be teaching right now a class in Meta to the children, and we do start each day bringing our ancestors here. And I just want to share that with you.
That's very
I am Sister Maisha Kenyatta. I was wondering, since ancient Egypt, since Egypt is Africa, and it has been consistently, the white man has consistently tried to take Egypt out of Africa and make it the Middle East. And we know that Egypt is Africa, and we know that the greatness and glory of Egypt and why he wants to remove Egypt from Africa. I was wondering, are there any African nations in Africa, a group of African people who want to reclaim Africa and all of North Africa to African people the way that it once was? We seem to be concentrating just on South Africa. That's been taken by, the Europeans, but we've allowed our great Egypt and North Africa to be taken from us. And I just, maybe it's just me, I just haven't heard any African nations saying they want to reclaim because Egypt is us, and there's so much of our history, and it seems like we're being solid about our history, about our pyramids, and I just wanted any nations awaken to the fact that we need to reclaim our North Africa also, and all the glory that goes on with it.
The problem with the present situation in Africa is that all the heads of state, all the ministers, all the parliamentarians, civil servants, those in power, have agreed to keep the structures of Africa as they were established in Berlin over a century ago. In other words, they have said clearly, we don't want to think. We want to continue doing what the Germans, the British, the French, and so forth set out to do. If things are going to change, the change is not going to come from those who profit from the present situation. Why on earth should somebody who happens to be a head of state and who rides in limousines and can take a flight wherever they want and gets a lot of attention, why should they want to end such a nice situation and create a new world where everybody would be better off, but he wouldn't be a president? He might be something else. No, it is not realistic of us, and it's not even kind of us. It's cruel of us to expect these people to give up their privileges. What we can do is to increase the sum of knowledge so that more and more people can look at them and say, now, isn't that funny what they're doing? Some white men met in Berlin a century ago and divided up the continent in order to destroy it. And this cat thinks the best thing to do is to keep on doing what these people started so long ago. Isn't that funny? Now, if we had a lot of people aware and expressing this kind of consciousness, things might change. But the change would come from the awakening of people at the bottom, not from the consciousness of people at the top. Because they're doing this zombie jamboree, you know? I mean, don't you know the West Indian song? It says, back to back, belly to belly, we don't give a damn because we done dead already.
Just curious what kind of work you're doing at Berkeley and how long you'll be here?
She wanted to know what I'm doing at Berkeley and how long I'll be here. I came in August I'll be gone in June. I was invited to come and talk to people in the Afro-American Studies department. The person who arranged the invitation was Margaret Wilkerson, the chairperson. She didn't know me. The recommendation came to her from some friends of mine. Long ago, very, very long ago, I was a student in this country, and I had a roommate whose wife now teaches at this university. My roommate is called Hochschild, Adam Hochschild. His wife is called Arlie Hochschild. Now, Arlie is a sociologist, and she knows some of my work. And when I indicated that after 10 years of work in Senegal, where I live in a village and I write there, I would like to come and see what goes on in California. She got in touch with Margaret Wilkerson. Now, the details, there are many details, but they solved all the problems required to get me over here. I raised certain problems because they wanted me to come for a month. I would have had to leave my children and so forth. Now, I don't travel without my children. They got together with another brother called Troy Duster. And together, the Institute, the Troy's Institute and Margaret Wilkerson's department have been hosting me. Next semester, I'll be teaching at Santa Cruz. So that's the work I'm doing. At the Institute, I'm doing sociological research, and every month, I present the results in a seminar. But those seminars are very dull. They are sociological things with footnotes and so forth and so on. Is that an adequate answer?
Yes. My question to you is, why are we on this planet, and what is our collective mission, if there is a collective mission?
I don't know why you address that question to me. I suppose every human being is wondering why we are on this planet. What is our collective mission? It's something we make for ourselves. I mean, I would expect the answers to come from our deliberations together, not from any single person, certainly not from me. I don't know these things. They're too heavy for me. Okay. She wants to know who's continuing Dr. Job's work. Before he died, he was able to get 2 young men to come and teach at the University of Dakar. One is called Babakar Sall, S-A-L-L. And the other is called Boubacar Lam, L-A-M. Sall did his doctoral work in the intellectual history of Kemet. And Lam handled the material history of Kemet. So between them, they cover the ground. And they are back at the University of Dakar, and they're teaching